The construction of Universal Studios Japan is scheduled to begin in the fall of this year in Osaka. It will be the first Universal Studios outside the United States, and the first one to be built on a former industrial waste dump. Over a period of 30 years from the mid-60s until the dump was closed in 1989, the owner of the site, Sumitomo Metals, deposited 700,000 tons of waste oil and chemicals from the manufacture of train wheels on a 7.2-hectare portion of the site where Universal Studios officials say they plan to build the Jurassic Park tour. When the site was chosen in 1993, no environmental tests were carried out, despite the location's history. Finally, in June last year, inspectors from Sumitomo and the Osaka city government, the two largest investors in the project, conducted tests of the soil and groundwater and found higher than acceptable levels of toxic chemicals at 5 locations. Among the substances detected was hexavalent chromium, a potent carcinogen. The initial findings prompted a second round of tests in September, at which time an additional 5 sites yielded more toxic chemicals, including excessive levels of arsenic and lead. The results came as no surprise to Nao Watano, whose company oversaw disposal of the waste at the site for over 20 years. He claims the dumping of dangerous materials and oil waste was commonplace, and that the city, charged with enforcing environmental standards, was less than diligent.
2、3日前に住金の方から大阪市が立ち入るいうことで、住金の方から報告があります。それに対してこちらは穴を掘ってた場合、それを埋め戻してわからないようにして、で上からまたきれいな土をかぶせて大阪市が来るのを検査していただくのを。
Osaka city officials, Universal Studios Japan, and Sumitomo have refused to comment on Watano's allegations, and calls by citizens groups for an independent environmental assessment of the site have been ignored. City officials say only that they are confident of their testing methods and will push ahead with the project.
もちろんその専門の先生も入って、そして、大阪市いろんな局関係部署ございますが、それも横の連携を取れる会ももうすでに作っております。皆で知恵を出し合って何を上に、そして環境上も問題のないような。
Though over $280 million of taxpayers' money have already been invested in the project by the city of Osaka, city officials and Sumitomo have refused to grant media access to the site, and all requests for interviews have been turned down. The reasons are not hard to understand. With a projected influx of 8 million visitors a year, the economic benefits of the project to the region will run into the billions of dollars. Osaka is also contending to host the 2008 Olympic Games, the main site of which is a mere 2 kilometers away. Gary Tegler, NBC Asia News, Osaka.